Rain runs down my face like tears I refuse to admit are mine. I stand outside Caldwell Group headquarters, staring at the giant screen above the entrance. My name glows under the company logo, but I feel like a ghost already. Reporters crowd the steps. Cameras flash. I hear my name whispered in ugly tones. Ethan Caldwell? Embezzled funds. Did he gamble company money? Clench my fists. I know I didn't steal a single dollar. But truth feels weak when the world wants blood then. Vanessa steps forward. She looks perfect in white. Calm, elegant, untouchable. She takes the microphone and smiles. I'm grateful for everyone who supports the company during this difficult time. Difficult time. My chest tightens. A reporter shouts, Miss Hale, is it true you're engaged to Marcus Hale? She lowers her eyes shyly. Yes, Marcus has been my strength. The crowd cheers. My ears ringed. Strength 3 hours ago. She was in my apartment. 3 hours ago, she held my face and said, Trust me, Ethan. I love you. I'll never leave you. I believed her, like an idiot. I remember months ago, when Lily stood in this same rain and grabbed my sleeve. Vanessa isn't who you think, Lily said softly. Please be careful. I pulled my arm away. You're jealous. I can still see the hurt in Lily's eyes. Now I stand alone, while Vanessa reaches for Marcus's hand in front of the world. I move inside the building, my shoes leaving wet marks on marble floors. No one stops me. No one greets me either, and no one greets me. In the hallway outside the conference room, I hear voices. Vanessa's voice. I freeze. The door is half closed. Marcus laughs. You handled him well. Vanessa sighs. Please, Ethan is easy to control. My heart stops. She continues, softer but clear. Enough. He trusts me more than his own shadow. Marcus says, once the fraud story sticks, he's done. She laughs lightly. By then, I'll already be your fiancé. My stomach twists. I press my back against the cold wall. Easy to control, so that's what I am. I step away before they see me. My legs feel numb. When I walk back outside, the rain feels heavier. People stare at me, some whisper. Some lift phones and record. I hear someone say, there he is. The fake heir. Fake heir. The giant screen now shows Vanessa and Marcus holding hands. A headline scrolls under them. New power couple saves, Caldwell Group saves, from me. Then I see Lily. She stands at the edge of the crowd. No umbrella, just soaked like me. In her hand is the silver compass necklace she once gave me on my birthday. You're lost, he told me that day, smiling. This will help you find your way back. I returned it to her last year. I don't need childish gifts, I said coldly. Now she holds it tightly. Like she's holding a memory of someone better than me. Our eyes meet. She doesn't look angry. She looks sad. That hurts more. My phone buzzes. I open social media. Breaking news posts flood my screen. #Ethan Caldwell fraud #Marcus saves company. #Vanessa Strong woman comments, call me useless. A disgrace. A criminal. I type a reply. I delete it. What's the point? Vanessa walks down the steps with Marcus. Flashbulbs explode around them. She sees me. For 1 second, her smile falters. Then she walks past me like I'm a stranger. I laugh. It sounds broken. I trusted you, I whisper. The rain hides my tears. Cars rush past on the street. Horns blare. The city doesn't care if I breathe or not. I step off the curb. A horn screams bright headlights. Rush toward me in that split second. Everything becomes clear. I should have listened to Lily. I should have seen the lies. I should have chosen the girl who loved me when I had nothing to offer. If I could live again, I would choose differently. The world goes white, silence, then nigh. Gasp and sit upright in bed. My room, my old room. Sunlight streams through the window. My phone lies on the nightstand. I grab it. The date. 3 years ago. My hands shake. I run to the mirror. No scars. No rain. No blood. My heart pounds so hard it hurts. I'm alive again. And this time, I remember everything. CHP, do I stare at the date on my phone again? 3 years earlier. My hands shake. I open the calendar. I scroll. Check old emails. Everything matches. I'm back before the scandal. Before the lies. Before my death. I rush downstairs, Dad. I call out my father. Arthur Caldwell looks up from the dining table. He's reading financial reports, glasses low on his nose. He looks strong, calm, alive. You're up early, he says. Big presentation today. I swallow hard. In my last life, stress crushed him. I watched him fall in a hospital hallway. Now he sits in front of me, healthy. I just wanted to see you, I say. He frowns. It's serious? I'm fine, I lie. He studies me for a second. Ethan, this company will be yours one day. You need to be sharper. The board is watching. The trap hasn't started yet. I understand, I say. Do you? He asks quietly. Trust is everything in business. Trust, the word cuts deep. My phone buzzes. Vanessa, breakfast. Miss you already? I stare at the message. In my last life, I would have smiled like an idiot. Now I feel cold. I'm heading out, I tell my father. Don't be late to the office, he says. I won't. I drive to Vanessa's apartment. My chest feels tight the whole way. She opens the door wearing a soft blue dress. She looks exactly like she did the day she destroyed me. She wraps her arms around my neck. You're my future, Ethan. My future. Her voice is sweet, warm, perfect. Was thinking, she continues, pulling me inside. We should talk about long-term plans. It's about securing your position, my position, I ask. Yes, she says gently. You're too kind. People might take advantage. The irony almost makes me laugh. We sit on her couch. She touches my hand. I love you, she says. My chest hurts again. Do you? I ask before I can stop myself. She smiles. Of course. Why would you ask that? No reason, I say quickly. Her tablet lies on the coffee table. The screen lights up with a message notification. She stands. Coffee. Sure, I say. She walks into the kitchen. I glance at the tablet. I shouldn't look. But I remember. Rain? I remember headlights. I pick it up. The screen isn't locked. A message thread is open. Marcus. My heart pounds. I read. Marcus. Has he agreed to the early transfer draft? Vanessa. Not yet. But he will. My throat goes dry. Another message. Vanessa. Once Ethan signs the early transfer draft, we're secure, with my shares, with my trust, with my stupidity. Footsteps. Approach. I place the tablet back exactly where it was. Vanessa returns with 2 cups. You look pale, she says. Are you okay? I'm fine, I answer. She hands me coffee. You worry too much. I'll always stand by you. Stand by me. I force a smile. About the transfer draft, she leans closer. It's just a formality. It protects us. You trust me, right? Trust me? I remember her whispering behind a door. Easy to control? I trust you. The words taste like poison. She kisses my cheek. That's my Ethan. My Ethan not for long. I leave her apartment and drive across town. I park in front of a small art studio, Lily Rowan. In my last life, I stopped coming here, said I was too busy. I knock. She opens the door slowly. Ethan, she asks, surprised. Paint stains her fingers. Her hair is tied back. She looks simple, real. I was nearby, I say. That's new, she replies softly. I step inside. Canvases lean against the walls. Sunlight fills the room. You look tired, she says. Did you sleep? Not really. She studies my face. Something's wrong. I almost tell her everything instead. I ask, why did you warn me about Vanessa? She hesitates. I heard things. What things? She shakes her head. I don't want to cause trouble. Please, I press. She sighs. I saw her with Marcus at a restaurant. They were close. Too close. My stomach tightens. Was this? I ask. Last week? Last week, the lies started earlier than I thought. I noticed something around her neck. The twin compass necklace. She still wears it. You kept it? I say quietly. It was a gift, she answers. I don't throw away things that matter. Shame burns in my chest. I was harsh before, I admit. She smiles gently. You were confused. Confused? No, blind. I'm trying to see clearly now, I tell her. She tilts her head. Then don't ignore what's in front of you. Her words stay with me as I leave in my car. I grip the steering wheel. Vanessa thinks I'm hers. Marcus thinks I'm weak. They believe. I will sign without reading. I look at the city's skyline. This time I won't explode too early. I won't scream. Won't accuse. I will collect proof. I will smile. I will let them think. I'm still easy to control. I decide to play the fool, but this time I am hunting. I walk into Caldwell Group headquarters and feel the shift in the air. People are excited. Whispers move faster than footsteps. Marcus Hale landed this morning. It's the genius is back. Keep my face calm. Marcus Hale. In my last life, he became the hero, while I became the villain. Now he stands in the lobby, surrounded by cameras. He looks confident, sharp suit, perfect smile. When he sees me, he opens his arms. Ethan, brother. I force a smile and shake his hand. Welcome back. I've heard so much about your recent projects, he says smoothly. Impressive growth. His grip tightens slightly, but growth needs guidance, he adds. I manage fine, I reply. He chuckles. Of course you do. Reporters circle. One asks, Marcus, will you take a leadership role here? He glances at me before answering. If the board believes I can help, I won't refuse. Help. I nod like I'm grateful. Inside, I feel the old memory of betrayal crawling back. After the press leaves, Vanessa walks over. She hooks her arm around mine. You two look powerful together. Marcus smiles at her. Power should stay in the right hands. I catch the look they exchange, short, sharp, hidden. I have a meeting, I say, and walk away. My phone buzzes. Caleb Stone. Lunch, he texts. I reply now. We sit in a quiet cafe across from the office. Caleb leans forward. You saw the circus this morning? I did. He lowers his voice. Marcus wants a board seat. I guess that. It's more than that, Caleb. Says he's been meeting major shareholders. My jaw tightens. How do you know? I have friends in investor relations, he replies. I think he's the future CEO. Future CEO. Over my dead body. What else? I ask. Caleb hesitates. You won't like this. Say it. He bought a large stake in Silver Axis Capital last month. I freeze. Silver Axis is our direct competitor, I know. My heart pounds. Silver Axis has been pushing aggressive short strategies against us. Are you sure? I ask. Caleb pulls out his phone and shows me a document. Offshore shell company. But the trail leads back to him. I scan the screen. There it is. Proof. Twist number 1, Marcus invested secretly in a rival firm that plans to crash our stock, so he wins either way. I whisper. If we fall, he profits. If he takes over, he controls both sides. Caleb nods. That's what it looks like. I lean back. My mind races, Vanessa. Marcus, the early transfer draft. This isn't just romance. It's war. When I return to the office, Vanessa waits in my office chair. You're busy today, she says sweetly. Just planning, I answer. She stands and walks toward me, holding a folder. I talked to a tax advisor, she says. We should move some of your shares under a preliminary transfer draft for tax efficiency, I ask. She smiles brightly. Exactly. It protects us. Us. Let me see, I say. She hands me the folder. My name is printed at the bottom. Signature. Line ready. If you sign now, she says softly, we can avoid future complications. What complications? As she tilts her head. Ethan, don't overthink. I'm helping you. I remember the messages on her tablet once. Ethan signs, we're secure. I pick up the pen. She watches my hand closely. You trust me, right? She asks. I look into her eyes. I see calculation behind warmth. I trust you. Then I lower the pen. Actually, I add casually, let me review this tonight, just to understand it better. A smile flickers for half a second. It's standard, she insists. I know, I reply calmly. Still, I want to read it. Silence stretches. Then she nods, of course. I love that you're responsible. Love, after she leaves. I lock my office door. I take out my phone. I scan every page of the contract. I zoom in on clauses, hidden voting rights, accelerated transfer triggers, control shifts. If I sign this blindly, I send the scanned copy to my private cloud. My pulse steadies. This is bigger than heartbreak, bigger than jealousy. Marcus isn't just stealing my girlfriend. He's positioning himself to steal my legacy. I close the folder and stare at the skyline outside my window. I realize the trap is bigger than just Vanessa CHP, for I walk into my parents' house and find my mother waiting in the living room. Diane Caldwell rarely looks nervous. Today she does. Sit down, Ethan, she says. I sit. She studies my face. The media loves Marcus right now. I noticed, I reply. She folds her hands. If you fight him publicly, it will damage our family name. He's the one making moves. I say that doesn't matter, she answers sharply. Perception matters. Perception. I clench my jaw, so I stay quiet while he circles. She sighs. I'm asking you to be careful. Pride can destroy everything your father built. Pride, is that what this is? Mom, I say slowly, what if the threat isn't outside? What if it's inside? She looks at me closely. Do you have proof? Not enough. And don't start a war you can't win, she says. If you fall, we all fall. Her words hit hard. Protect my pride, protect my parents' legacy. Before I can answer, my phone buzzes. Marcus, meet me. His text reads. Private. I drive to his penthouse. He opens the door with a calm smile. Ethan, come in. I step inside. The city spreads below us. He pours 2 drinks. I won't waste time, he says. You're under pressure. I handle pressure. I reply. He smiles faintly. Do you? The board doubts your leadership. That doubt didn't exist before you returned, I say. He ignores that. I'm offering you a solution. I'm listening. Step down quietly as air. He says take a strategic advisor role. Keep your reputation clean. And you become CEO? I finish. He nods. The company needs strong hands. What about Vanessa? I asked. His lips curve slightly. She stays with you publicly. No scandal, no humiliation. My chest tightens. And if I refuse? Ask. He sets his glass down. I leak the financial irregularities. Irregularities. I repeat. He walks to his desk and taps a folder. I have documents that suggest you misused company funds. That's false. I say truth is flexible, he replies calmly. Once the media runs with it, it becomes reality. Anger burns through me. You're threatening me. I'm protecting the company, he says smoothly. I stare at him. Protect my pride, or protect my parents' legacy. If I fight now, my father faces scandal. If I step down, I lose everything quietly. Need time, I say. You have 48 hours, he replies. After that, I act. I leave without another word. Instead of going home, I drive to Lily's studio. She opens the door. You look like you're about to punch someone. Maybe I should, I mutter. I step inside. I need advice, I say. She blinks. From me, yes. I tell her about the offer. Not everything, just enough. So he wants you to disappear, she says softly. He wants me silent, and you. She asks, I don't want to destroy my family's name, I admit. She walks. Closer. Then don't fight with noise. What does that mean? Fight with truth, she says. Quiet truth. I pull the silver compass necklace from my pocket. I was wrong before, I tell her. I gave this back because I thought I didn't need direction. She looks at the necklace. You were lost, she says gently. I still am. I place it in her hand. Keep it, she says. No, I reply. I close her fingers around it, then open them again. I'm not returning it, I say quietly. I'm keeping it. She smiles faintly, then follow it. I nod. That night, I sit in my office and open my laptop. I send the scanned contract and partial evidence about Silver Access to Olivia. Grant through a private legal channel. No names. Just documents. I type one message. Review for legal exposure and protection. I don't confront Marcus. I don't sign anything. I don't step down.
I
Hold a shield instead. My phone buzzes again. A company-wide notification. Emergency board meeting. Scheduled tomorrow morning, called by Marcus Hale. Marcus announces a sudden board meeting. I walk into the boardroom and feel every eye on me. The long table shines under cold lights. Marcus sits near the head. Vanessa sits beside him. I take my seat without speaking. Graham Holt clears his throat. Let's begin. His voice is calm to calm. Marcus folds his hands. This meeting concerns financial risk under Ethan's leadership. Straight to attack. I lean back. Be specific. Graham slides a folder across the table toward me. Several high-volatility investments were made last quarter. I approve strategic growth moves, I reply. All documented. Marcus nods slowly. Aggressive growth can become reckless. Reckless. That's your opinion. I say it's the board's concern. He corrects. Vanessa keeps her gaze lowered. Silent, Graham adjusts his glasses. There are also questions about fund allocation transparency. Are you accusing me of misuse, I ask? Marcus speaks before Graham can answer. No one is accusing. We're asking. I feel the trap closing. My records are clean, I say. Marcus presses a button on the remote in front of him. Screen lights up. Charts, headlines, anonymous blog posts. I recognize the style. Iris Cole, a finance blog, headline flashes. Is the Caldwell Air Gambling Company stability? Another appears. Insiders question Ethan Caldwell's judgment. I look at Marcus. Interesting timing. He shrugs lightly.
Us.
The market reacts to uncertainty. My uncertainty? I ask. Your decisions, he replies. My phone vibrates.
Glance down. Notifications explode across my screen. Messages from employees, investors, tagging me online. I open one link. The same articles are spreading fast. Iris moves quickly. I lift my head. Did you coordinate this media wave? Marcus smiles faintly. I don't control journalists. Vanessa finally speaks. Ethan, maybe we should focus on solutions. Solutions? You mean stepping down? I ask. She bites her lip. It protects you. Protects me. Graham raises his hand. Let's maintain order. He looks at me directly. Ethan, can you guarantee no further volatility under your leadership? Yes, I answer firmly. Marcus leans forward. Can you guarantee investor confidence? Yes, he tilts his head. Even with these reports circulating? Silence presses in. Graham exhales. You must consider temporary measures. There it is. What measures? I ask. Marcus answers smoothly. A temporary suspension from executive duties till concerns are reviewed. A small loss, strategic, public, controlled. I feel heat rise in my chest, but I keep my face calm. You want to suspend me based on online rumors? I ask. Based on market reaction, Marcus corrects. Vanessa whispers, it's temporary. I look at her. She doesn't meet my eyes. Graham nods slowly. This protects the company while we review documentation. I have documentation, I say. Marcus spreads his hands. Then the review will clear you. He sounds confident, too confident. My phone buzzes again. Another headline appears. Board considers leadership shift at Caldwell Group. Fast, too fast. I realize this was planned. I object. I say clearly. Graham sighs. Your objection is noted. He looks around the table, hands rise, one after another, votes. Marcus keeps his eyes on me the entire time. Motion passes. Graham announces. Ethan Caldwell is temporarily suspended from executive authority pending internal review. The words echo suspended. I nod once. Understood, I say. I stand. Marcus speaks softly as I gather my folder. This is for the company's good. I meet his gaze. We'll see. I walk out of the boardroom alone. In the hallway, I unlock. My phone again. Social media is on fire. Comments flood in. Some defend me. Most don't. I open a private message from Olivia _, documents ready. Stay calm. I exhale slowly. I'm not finished. This is only the first move. But as I step outside the building, cameras flash in my face. A reporter shouts, "Ethan, are you the reckless heir risking your father's legacy?" The words hit harder than the vote. The media calls me the reckless heir. CHP6, my phone rings while I'm still standing outside the building. I answer fast. Hello. I hear panic on the other side. Ethan, your father collapsed. My blood turns cold. What? At the office? Ambulance just left? I don't ask anything else. I run to my car. The drive feels endless. My hands shake on the wheel at the hospital entrance. Cameras flash again. Reporters stand near the doors. Ethan, I guess this related to the company crisis. Did your suspension cause this? I push through them without answering. Inside, the air smells sharp and clean. I see Lily near the hallway. She walks toward me quickly. I came as soon as I heard. How is he? I ask. They took him in for tests, she says softly. Before I can respond, a doctor steps out. I'm Dr. Noah Bennett, he says calmly. Are you family? I'm his son. I answer. He nods. Your father experienced severe stress-related collapse. Is he going to be okay? I ask. He's stable, he replies. But this level of stress can be dangerous. Dangerous. What does that mean? I press. It means, he says carefully, if this continues, it could become life-threatening. Feel guilt slam into me. This is because of the board meeting, I whisper. Dr. Noah looks at me. Stress from public pressure can break even strong hearts. Public pressure through the glass doors. See cameras outside. They're waiting for a statement. My phone buzzes again. More headlines. Founder hospitalized amid leadership turmoil. I clench my fists. I'm going to speak to the press, I say. Lily grabs my arm. I won't let them twist this, I say. She steps in front of me. If you go out there angry, they win? They're hurting my father, I snap. They want you emotional, she replies. They want a reaction. I breathe hard. They're attacking our family, I say. She looks into my eyes. And don't fight with anger. Fight with truth. Her words stop me. Fight with truth, not noise, not rage. I reach into my pocket. The silver compass necklace rests there. I pull it out. The metal feels cool in my palm. You kept it, Lily says quietly. I needed direction, I admit. I fasten it around my neck. It feels steady against my chest. Dr. Noah steps closer. You can see him briefly, but keep it calm. I nod. Inside the room, my father lies pale but breathing. I step near the bed. Dad, his eyes open slowly. You look terrible, he mutters weakly. I try to smile. You scared me? Don't let them divide you. I won't, I promise. He grips my hand faintly. Protect the company, but protect yourself too. I nod. When I step back into the hallway, see more messages flooding in. Investors demanding statements. Employees worried. Marcus hasn't spoken. Publicly yet, he's waiting for me to explode. I turn to Lily. There's a shareholders' annual gala next week. She nods, I know. Everyone important will be there, I say then. That's where you speak, she replies. Not in a hospital hallway. Not outside with cameras. On a controlled stage. With proof. I look at Dr. Noah again. How long does he need to rest? At least several days without stress, he says. Then I'll handle everything quietly, I reply. Quiet strength. Calculated timing. I check my phone once more. A new headline appears. Will Marcus Hale step up during Founder's recovery? I almost laugh. The narrative is already forming. Footsteps echo behind me. Soft, familiar. I turn. Vanessa stands at the end of the hallway. Her eyes look wet. Her hands tremble slightly. Ethan, she whispers. Vanessa comes to the hospital with crocodile tears. Vanessa steps closer in the hospital hallway. Ethan. I was so worried, she says, reaching for my arm. I don't pull away. I don't step closer either. He's stable, I reply. Tears shine in her eyes. This is all too much. The company. The media. You. You seem calm in front of cameras, I say. She lowers her voice. I'm trying to protect you. Protect me. From what? I ask. From yourself, she whispers. I look at her carefully. Say what you came to say. She hesitates, then speaks quickly. The board is unstable. Investors are panicking. If you sign the transfer draft now, it will calm everything. In a hospital? I ask. It's about timing, she insists. We need to show unity. Unity. I slide my phone into my pocket and tap record without looking at it, I thought. You said it was just tax efficiency. I say it is, she replies fast. But now, it's more. It proves you trust the leadership structure. You mean Marcus? I say. She exhales sharply.
Ow.
Don't turn this into jealousy. Answer me, I press. She grabs my hand. I never stopped loving you. My heart doesn't move. Then why does this help him more than me? I ask. It helps the company, she says. The company or Marcus? I ask again. Her voice softens. If you love me, you'll sign. There it is. Love is leverage. I need air, I say. I step away before she sees my face. My phone vibrates. Caleb, I answer quietly. Let's talk. I dug deeper, he says, fast. About Silver Axis. What did you find? Internal trading patterns, he replies. Marcus didn't just invest. He triggered short positions right before negative media dropped. You're sure, I ask? I cross-check timestamps, he says. The stock drop wasn't organic. It was pushed. Twist number 2, Marcus manipulated the stock drop himself. So he creates panic, I say slowly, then steps in as savior. Exactly, Caleb replies. It's calculated. Send me everything, I say. I already did, he answers. I hang up and check the files. Transaction logs, coordinated dates, clean patterns. It's almost elegant. I feel anger rising again. I force it down. Fight with truth, not anger, as I walk toward the elevator. I hear Vanessa's voice behind a corner. I stop. She doesn't see me. Her phone is pressed to her ear. Yes, she whispers. Marcus, I know that tone. He's hesitating, she says softly. But he will sign. My chest tightens. She pauses, listening. Then she says very clearly, once he signs, we cut him off forever. Silence in my head. She laughs quietly. He still believes I care. I step back before she turns. I walk away slowly. Each step feels heavier. Never stop loving me. Once he signs. We cut him off forever. I check my recording. Her earlier words are saved, clear, sharp, useful, back in my car. I replayed the clip. If you love me, you'll sign. I save it in 3 places. Proof. My phone buzzes again. A short message from Caleb Graham. Asked questions in a private call today, Graham. About what? I text back about Marcus's offshore activity, a crack. Small, but real. The golden image is slipping. I lean back and look at the hospital building. Marcus thinks I'm cornered. Vanessa thinks I'm emotional. They don't know I'm collecting every piece. The annual gala is in 3 days. Live streamed, investors present, board present, media. Watching perfect stage. I grip the steering wheel. I prepare my counterattack for the gala CHP8. The ballroom glows with gold lights and crystal chandeliers. Cameras line the walls. The annual shareholders gala is live streamed. I stand near the back. Watching Marcus stands on stage, perfect in a black suit. Vanessa stands beside him in red. I see Lily near a side table. She meets my eyes once and nods. Stay. Steady. Marcus lifts the microphone. Thank you all for attending during this challenging time. Applause fills the room. Our founder is recovering, he continues. And while Ethan takes time to reflect, I have stepped forward to stabilize operations. Reflect, stabilize. He smiles at the cameras. Leadership requires difficult decisions. I feel the weight of every stare in the room. I see Iris near the media section, whispering to a journalist. Narrative control, Marcus continues. The board and I are committed to transparency. Transparency. I almost laugh. He gestures to the large screen behind him. Charts appear, rising projections under his temporary leadership. The crowd nods. Graham sits at a front table watching carefully. Marcus spreads his hands. Tonight marks a new chapter for Caldwell Group. No, it doesn't. I step forward. Does it? I say loudly. The room quiets. Marcus freezes for half a second. Then he smiles. Ethan, I'm glad you came. I wouldn't miss this, I reply. I walk toward the stage. Security hesitates. I keep moving. Do you mind if I share something? Ask, already holding my phone. Marcus keeps his tone calm. This isn't the time. I think it is. I say. I connect my phone to the display system. Olivia Grant steps beside me. I represent Ethan Caldwell, she says clearly. And we have documentation to clarify recent events. Murmurs spread. Marcus's jaw tightens slightly. The first image appears on the screen. The scanned share transfer contract. Gasps ripple through the hall. This, I say, was presented to me days before the stock drop. Vanessa stiffens. Zoom in on a clause. This clause transfers voting control immediately under specific volatility conditions. I tap the screen. Digital timestamps appear. The draft was prepared before the so-called market instability. Silence deepens. Olivia speaks. We also have metadata proving coordinated timing. Marcus steps forward. That's speculation, is it? I reply. I switch to the next slide. Transaction logs. Offshore links. Silver Axis Capital highlighted. In bold, I wondered, I say slowly, who benefited most from our stock falling? I tap again. Marcus Hale's shell company appears connected to rival shares. Gasps turn louder. Twist number 3. You invested in our competitor? I say clearly. Right before negative media coverage? I glance toward Iris. Her face tightens. Marcus raises his voice. That's a diversification strategy. Then why did short positions activate hours before leaked articles? I ask. The screen shows matching timestamps. I hear whispers. Phones lift. Live stream comments explode on the side display. Stock ticker at the bottom flickers. Downward red line shift, then slowly turn green. Olivia speaks again. We have submitted this evidence for independent review. Graham stands. Marcus, he says sharply, is this true? Marcus's calm mask cracks. This is misinterpreted data. He insists. I look at Vanessa. Her face has gone pale. I step closer to the microphone. I was called reckless, I say. But recklessness looks different when you see the whole board. Applause begins softly, then grows. The stock ticker jumps again. Up, up, up. I feel the shift in the room. Public reversal. Marcus looks at Vanessa. Not with love, with calculation. He steps toward the microphone. This wasn't my idea, he says suddenly. The room freezes. Marcus tries to blame Vanessa. The emergency board meeting starts before the gala lights even cool. I sit at the long table. Marcus sits across from me. Graham clears his throat. We are initiating an emergency vote. Marcus leans forward. This is unnecessary. I fold. My hands, is it? Arthur's voice comes through the speaker. I have reviewed the documents Ethan provided, Diane adds. The timestamps are real. The rival shares are real. Marcus shakes his head. This is a misunderstanding. Look at him, then explain the shell company. He opens his mouth. Nothing comes out. Graham looks at each board member. All in favor of removing Marcus Hale as acting CEO? Hands rise one by one. I count them. Every single hand. Graham nods. The motion passes. Marcus stands up so fast. His chair scrapes. You can't do this. I hold his gaze. Just did. Security waits near the door. Marcus points at me. You'll regret this. I say nothing. He walks out. The door closes. I feel the weight lift. Arthur's voice softens. Ethan, the company is yours again. Mine again, Diane says. Public. Sentiment is already shifting. My phone vibrates. Headlines change in real time. CEO exposes internal sabotage. His founder fights back. Stock price climbs. Green numbers flash. I breathe slowly. Graham looks at me. You handled that well. I had to, I reply. The meeting ends, but the fallout begins. By morning, Marcus trends for the wrong reasons. By noon, I see pictures of him leaving the building alone. No statements, no allies. Then I see Vanessa. At first, she posts a smiling photo from the gala. Comments, turn cruel within minutes. Gold digger. Opportunist. She deletes it. An hour later, I hear from Graham. 2 sponsors pulled out of her charity campaign, tells me. That was fast. I say people protect winners, he replies. Not risks. By evening, more news hits. Her fashion brand pauses collaboration. Her name disappears from an event list. Small cuts. I know how small cuts bleed. The next day, Diane sends me a short message. She came to the office. No one greeted her. I picture it, the lobby, the silence. Later, I walk to my car. I hear my name, Ethan. Vanessa stands a few steps away. No red dress, no cameras, just her. What are you doing here? I ask. I need to talk. I hesitate. Then I nod toward a quiet corner of the parking level. Cold air. Empty space. She walks closer. Her eyes look tired. I didn't know it would go this far, she says. I keep my voice even. You knew enough. She shakes her head. I thought Marcus would win. There. It is. Win. I was scared, she whispers. I chose power. The words hang between us. I feel something twist inside my chest. For a second, see another memory. Bright hospital lights, a flatline sound. My own last breath. I remember lying there alone. I remember thinking about her. I look back at her now. You chose safety, I say quietly. I thought he was safety, she replies. I almost laugh. You stood beside him while he stole from me. She steps closer. I can fix this, she says. We can fix this. I shake my head. No. Her lips tremble. I said terrible things. I nod. You did? I didn't mean them. You did in that moment. She drops to her knees. The sound echoes in the empty space. Please, she cries. Give me another chance. I stare at her. Cars pass above us. Distant noise. My heart feels steady. I died once, I say softly. She frowns. What? I shake my head. Forget it. I step back. You made your choice, I continue. I'm making mine. Tears run down her face. I lost everything, she whispers. I think about the stock crash, the headlines, the betrayal. So did I. I reply. She reaches for my hand. I don't let her touch me, Ethan, she says, voice breaking. I was scared. I know. And you were always kind. I say nothing. She lowers her head. Her voice turns small. You were always my safest choice. I stand beside Arthur's hospital bed. Machines hum softly. He looks weaker, but his eyes are clear. You look tired, he says. I've been busy, I reply. He gives a small smile. I heard. Diane stands near the window. Dr. Noah checks the monitor. Your vitals are stable, he says to Arthur. Stress must stay low. Arthur waves him off. I'll rest after this. Dr. Noah nods at me and steps out. Arthur looks at me again. You exposed him? I had proof. You had courage, he says. I swallow. I had no choice. He reaches for a document on the table. I drafted this yesterday. He says. Diane hands it to me. I read the title. Official successor reinstatement. My chest tightens. Arthur speaks slowly. In front of the board and the press tomorrow, I will confirm you as my successor. I look up. Are you sure? I was wrong to doubt you, he says. I won't repeat that mistake. I nod once. Thank you. The next day, I stand at the podium. Cameras flash. Arthur stands beside me. I allowed confusion to weaken this company, he says into the microphone. That ends now. Ethan Caldwell is my chosen successor. Applause fills the room. I step forward. I made mistakes, I say. But I never betrayed this company. Questions fly at me. Did you know about the sabotage? How did you uncover it? I answer calmly. I followed the data. I trusted the truth. Headlines. Shift again. This time, they use my name with respect. Later. Diane walks into my office. Media outlets want interviews, she says. They're calling it a redemption arc. I exhale. Book them. For 3 days, I sit under bright lights. I should have spoken sooner, I'd tell one host. I learned that silence protects the wrong people, I tell another. Comments. Turn supportive. My name trends again, but this time feels different. Caleb leans against my desk that evening. You're the hero now, he says. I'm just steady, I reply. He grins. That's enough. My phone buzzes. A notification pops up Vanessa has posted. I hesitate, then I open it. A long apology, I was afraid. I made selfish choices. I hurt someone who trusted me. I scrolled thousands of replies. Not sympathy, not comfort. Too late. Chose power. She disables comments within minutes. I lock my phone. No anger, just distance. That evening, I walk to the quiet garden behind the office. Building Lily stands near the fountain. She turns when she hears my steps. You're busy these days, she says. Not too busy, I reply. She studies my face. You look lighter. I am. I reach into my pocket. The silver compass necklace rests in my palm. She freezes when she sees it. You kept it? She asks softly. I almost forgot it once, I admit. I step closer. I was blind before, I say. I chased noise. She doesn't speak. I thought love had to be loud. I continue. Bright, dramatic. The water behind her ripples gently. I was wrong. I hold out the necklace. Lily, this time I won't ignore you. Her eyes shine. Are you sure? She asks. Yes, not because you feel guilty. Shake my head, not guilt. Clarity. I fasten the necklace around her neck. My hands don't shake. She touches the compass. You chose me. I did. She steps closer. You once said I was too quiet, she says. I was too distracted, I reply. She smiles. Small but real. I never left, she whispers. I know. I think about the life I lost, the hospital room, the regret I once chased, the brightest star, and lost my life. This time, I followed the quiet light that never left me. Lily takes my hand. No more running? She asks. No more. She squeezes my fingers. I'm not perfect, she says. I'm not either. We stand there in the fading light. No cameras, no applause, just choice. I look at her this time. When love stood in front of me, I didn't turn away.